Welcome back to the Desert Borealis YouTube channel. Today I will be demonstrating how to cast on using the Crochet Provisional cast on method. The provisional cast on is removed later, leaving live stitches to which you could add a border or attach a zipper. So let's get into it. For this cast on method, you will need the yarn in which you will create the crochet chain, the yarn in which you will be knitting with, knitting needles, and a crochet hook that is the same size as the knitting needles that you are using. For this example, I will be using 100% cotton yarn for my crochet chain and 100% wool yarn for my project. First, you will want to create a slip knot with your cast on yarn. Snug it up around your crochet hook. To create a crochet chain, you yarn over and then pull the yarn through the loop on the hook. Repeat this until you have the amount of stitches you need to cast on your project. Then, cut the yarn, leaving an 8 to 10 inch tail. Chain one more stitch, but this time pull the yarn completely through. Now, let's take a closer look at the chain we have just created. On one side, you will see V's, and on the other side, you will see a row of bumps. These bumps are where we will be picking up our knitting stitches. To begin picking up stitches, you will insert your knitting needle in the second chain from the end. Then, yarn over with your project yarn, leaving an 8 to 10 inch tail to weave in later, and pull the stitch through. Then, insert your knitting needle into the next chain bump. Yarn over, and pull the yarn through. Continue this process until you have picked up one stitch from every chain. It is a good practice to double check that you have picked up the correct amount of stitches before starting your project. To remove your provisional cast on, locate the extra stitch and with your knitting needle, pick the stitch apart. Once you have picked the stitch apart, you can now simply pull the cast on yarn and carefully pick up each stitch as you pull the crochet chain apart. Thank you so much for joining me today for this knitting tutorial. I hope you enjoyed learning how to cast on using the crocheted provisional cast on method. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below on which project you are casting on next. We'll see you real soon.